So, the Link to the Past community has announced a 100% tournament, and I would like to join it, but also at the same time, I don't know. I already did the No Major Glitches tournament earlier this summer, and then they're doing another one, which is 100%, and I like 100%. It's my favorite category in that game, but also at the same time, I kind of just don't really have the drive to grind it right now. Especially since I've been working on the game itself like all spring and summer, so I kind of just don't have much of a drive right now. I would like to sign up for it. I don't want to like sign up and then not put myself out there and then like underperform. I don't really want to work on two speed projects simultaneously when I have Link's Awakening to prepare for. And then after Link's Awakening, I was planning on just taking a speedrunning break so I can focus on YouTube. Like, I don't mind working on two speedrun projects at the same time, but I don't know. Also, by the way, I got a story to talk about. So, a talk of a 100% tournament for Link to the Past was a thing since the No Major Glitches tournament, but I have some opinions about people's feedback on it. So, while the No Major Glitches tournament was happening, signups happened early in the summer. They opened like right after I did my Power Up with Pride run, which gave me more of a driving force to keep running the category at the time, because at the time I was still wanting to grind for sub 130. So signups for the tournament opened up, I signed up for it. In order to sign up for it, there was like a Google Doc that lists like all the tournament rules, so like it's a No Major Glitches tournament. But then somewhere on the bottom of the Google Doc, it said, we are in the works of organizing a 100% tournament in the future. The idea of a 100% tournament is something I want to make happen for a while. I asked the community one time, hey, would anybody be down for a 100% tournament? I didn't get very many responses. I expected that because 100% is not a very popular category. It's a heavily luck-based category. But what I think would be really fun about 100% in particular in comparison to No Major Glitches is because it's luck-based, the outcomes are always going to be unpredictable. But I guess the point of a tournament is that it's supposed to be competitive, so there are some downsides to it. But the thing is when you're making a competitive tournament like that, there is no like major incentive, like a prize pool or anything like that. So the whole point that the speedrunning communities organize these tournaments is for people to like, you know, get together and have fun and such. But anyway, back on topic. The few people that did respond, they're like, I would rather play on a modified version of the game that sets the RNG for ding game and chess game. And I'm like, okay, that's not really Link to the Past if you're going to modify the game to a way that makes it fun for you. So I didn't really press the idea further, and then I just abandoned the idea of a 100% tournament. So we fast forward to earlier this year when the NMG tournament concluded. The idea of a 100% tournament for next season, which is currently now, the idea of it came up again. Now, mind you, the NMG tournament had just concluded earlier this summer, and there were already a lot of mixed opinions about how the 100% tournament was going to go. And understandably, a lot of prominent Link to the Past members expressed concerns that a lot of 100% races were going to be huge blows due to the digging game and chess game. As we know, it is a complete mystery as to how many digs in chess you can get. And it's a mystery as to what your maximum odds are going to be. So if you happen to get extremely unlucky in digging game or chess game, or even both, then you can lose lots of minutes. And that could essentially throw you out of the race. So the idea of wanting to push for a modified ROM that could set the RNG to make sure that everybody had an equal amount of attempts for digging game and chess game in order to make a more competitive 100% tournament, that idea came up. I happen to be the only person who expressed that I'm against the idea. And, well, first off, when I expressed that I was against the idea of a modified ROM, I said that that's not really Link to the Past. if you're modifying the game, modifications should be its own category. But this is regular Link to the Past. So I expressed that, and then a bunch of people did not like my take. They called my take baffling, and that, wow, I can't believe that I want a fun, competitive tournament. Yeah, exactly. The RNG is part of the game. That's what I tried to express. The digging game and chess game RNG is literally part of the game. And when you're modifying it, that doesn't seem like it's part of the game anymore. This is what you're signing up into if you're running 100%. And then a bunch of people did not like my take. Now, I'm fine with people disagreeing with me, but the way they responded to me, I did not appreciate it. Completely unnecessary the way that they responded to me. By the way, when I express what I express, this doesn't mean I don't understand or I don't empathize with the idea of a modified ROM, because I do. I do empathize with wanting to make sure that races can be fun to watch as a viewer, fun to do as a player, but again, it's part of the game. I don't think these people are aware that I've been running the game for a lot longer than these guys, which has nothing to do with this, but sometimes I feel like I'm being treated like I've been running the game for like a year or less, or even several months. Like, we have randomizer tournaments, and randomizer is a modified version of Link to the Past. Nobody has a problem with randomizer tournaments, because everybody knows that those are modified ROMs of Link to the Past. But yeah, so I didn't appreciate them shitting on me. Like, sure, tournament races, you're not trying to PB, you're trying to race against your opponent, which is a sacrifice that you're gonna have when using it for the tournament. Is like, if you know you can PB at some point, you can't use the modified version as a PB at all. That's not allowed, obviously, everybody knows that. By the way, apparently, I wasn't there for this, but apparently there was a poll before the end of the NMG tournament, and it was majorly voted to use the regular game without modifying the ROM to guarantee same RNG digging game and chess game. So if there was a poll and people started having a problem with the RNG after the NMG tournament, then what was the point of having the poll in the first place? And by the way, one of the people who disagreed with my take on what I thought about modified ROMs happened to be the person organizing these Link to the Past tournaments. Don't rando tournaments use fixed seeds? Well, the person you're racing against in a rando tournament is using the same seed as you. They made a poll and they decided to toss it out. They made a poll and attempted to toss it out, but I'm reading through the rules of this tournament currently, and I have not seen anything that says that they're going to be using a modified ROM. So I'm assuming that they are following through with the original poll. Yeah, the whole thing is just really dumb. I'm glad I have such baffling takes, apparently. By the way, I barely know anybody in the Link to the Past community. I used to be pretty close with like a good handful back in 2016 and 2017, but that part of the community has changed a lot. I don't know who basically any of the current runners are. I mean, I'm basically treated like one, according to these people. I'm not like a top level runner because of that, which, by the way, is this is one of the problems I have with speedrunning communities in general, is you only get well known if you have a highly respectable time. If you don't have a respectable time that competes with top level runners, then you basically get treated like you're on the bottom. Yeah, most speedrun tournaments follow the category rules that are used for the leaderboards, and I believe that it should remain consistent like that, unless there's some exception where you bend the rules in order to make tournaments more fun. Like, for example, Red. Traditionally, almost every year, the Pokemon Red community runs glitchless, but they banned one trick that is allowed for PB attempts on the leaderboards, but they decided to ban it for the purpose of tournament, which is instant text. Instant text is not allowed in tournaments or in races in general, because instant text is not really, like, if you lose instant text at some point during the long, like, 20-minute section that you're keeping, that you're trying to keep instant text, and other opponents manage to keep it either longer or throughout the whole thing, then that's giving them a huge advantage. Yeah, instant text can save a few minutes if you can keep it throughout the whole thing, but it's also really easy to lose it if you're in a situation where you're about to die and have to heal. The Pokemon Red community disagrees to just ban instant text during races. Now, of course, you're sacrificing PBing if you happen to be on a good run by the time you get to the parts where you would get instant text. But nobody ever PBs during a race in Pokemon races anyway, because you save in order to not die. And if you don't save during a race, then I don't know what you're doing.